Darling, can I do that? What do you look into that? One of them is husband, probably. Not yet. Not yet, yeah.
Don't come to the yellow bird. The yellow bird.
He called me yellow bird.
Really?
We all did.
I saw a little girl walk before I come in here. I had shorts on.
Well, I take the actual menu we already have set up, and I just put extra.
This guy, this guy, I swear, he's turning around and like, in the wintertime, he's got real short on, summertime, he's got long pants. What's wrong?
He's confused.
He's confused.
So when I go to the station, I don't have to print it.
Yeah.
So when I go back, I just insert it.
No. He could have, him and his brother.
That's right.
He's one of the brothers.
Welcome back.
Why you ask a question? Have a good comment.
Well, I appreciate that. There's a lot.
Yeah, I know it's been a while. How are you?
Well, it's different. It seems like every crazy thing has happened. That, you know, it's things that you just, a lot of gray areas.
Right.
So I have to trust in you, my friend.
Are you able to keep up halfway?
Sorry,
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
I have a lot of
Helps out.
Oh, God.
Andy, how you doing?
He is my thing, always. Good news
Apologize, I did
about
not get to make it to you. I missed your good part. I know I did. I really wanted to come, but when the weather cooperated, my wife told me you can't be at 2 or 3 places at one time. Because I was supposed to be in 3 places at that particular time. What's good?
All right, I got you.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing good. We missed you last time.
Well, thank you. I had something else moved, and I had, so that night, I had planned to be here, and so I'll do better in the future.
So you just put us on the back mark, right? We understand.
I got stammered, and it wasn't going anywhere, and I'll just take that.
Well, welcome back in.
We got about 1 minute here. Ms. Tracy, we're on candid camera?
We are.
We are. Okay. Since we are, let me say good evening to everybody. I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Madison County Planning and Zoning Commission public hearing. I'm Canola Scott, the chair of the Planning and Zoning, and at this point, I want to open this meeting, and I'll ask each of you, as I do always do, to please stand with me for a word of prayer. Eternal God, our fathers, once again, that we come bow in our presence, thanking thee for all the good and perfect gifts thou bestowed upon us. Our Father, we thank you for life, health, and strength. We thank you for all that you do for us and what you're going to do for us in the future. Our Father, we ask that you bless each and every one of the sound of our voice, but not only the ones in the sound of our voice, bless this entire world. Because our Father, we need you. We need your guidance. And our Father, when life journey's over, we'll ask you to give us a home somewhere in our kingdom. We can praise thee better than we do now. For Christ's sake, amen.
Amen.
At this point, I'll ask the members, to introduce themselves and tell you the district that they represent, starting on my left.
My name is Stephanie Hart, and I represent District 3.
Good evening, it's Bruce Gandy, District 5.
Good evening, Cynthia Forston, I'm elected by the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Kenneth Bradley, Vice Chair, District 1. Lee Mitchell, District 2.
And William Smith, District 4.
And
Melissa, zoning clerk. And Tracy Patrick, zoning administrator.
And of course, our attorney.
Mike Pruitt.
All right, one that keeps us straight. As the first order of business this evening, I'm required to read a few statements regarding the zoning process. Should you have any questions after I finish, please raise your hand and I will try to answer them. Zoning directly affects private property rights. These include the rights of property owners to enjoyment and the use of their property, and the right of adjacent property owners and the general public not to be unreasonably harmed by specific land use. Tonight is the first of two public hearings that will be held. A second public hearing before the Madison County Board of Commissioners will be held at this location on May 1st.
No,
April 1st, I'm sorry, April the 1st. Attendance by applicants or their representatives is not required at that public hearing, but your attendance is encouraged in case you come up with questions that come up that I may not be able to answer. The order of business tonight, as to the order of business tonight, first I will introduce the applicant, and then the zoning administrator will give her comments. Then the applicant or their authorized agent will come forward, state their name and address and sign in, then state the reason for their request. You may provide any other information or document supporting the application. The Madison County Planning and Zoning is a recommending body which consists of concerned citizens who are appointed to a 4-year term by the county commissioners. We are a fact-finding body that visits the properties under consideration, review the information associated with the application, consider public comment raised during the public hearings, and within the guidelines of the comprehensive plan and other land use ordinances. Okay, does any member present need to recuse themselves from any request before us tonight?
Yes, I need to recuse myself from number 8.
Okay, Cynthia has recused herself from number 8. Anyone else? With that, we will move into the business of this evening. First, consider the zoning application is Ronald and Nancy Garrison. Ms. Patrick?
Yes, sir. Ronald and Nancy Garrison are requesting to rezone their 9.08 acres from A1 to AR to allow a split to gift their son for a home site and to bring the property into compliance with zoning regulations. Property is located at 822 Five Points Road in Danielsville on map 8, parcel 4 in District 2. And if you'll notice, I have the revised site plan that Mr. Garrison submitted. That he is adding the driveway and it will not be using the existing easement.
All right, Mr. Garrison, Nancy, please come forward and tell us what you want to know. Want us to know.
Well, y'all all know how expensive everything's got, so we don't have a whole lot of money. I do have this 9 acres here where I lived for over 30-something years that I thought we could kind of split up and give part of it to my son and his fiance, sitting right there,
Okay.
where they can build a house, kind of over there back behind ours.
All right, sir. Anything else?
No, Ms. Patrick covered it pretty good.
All right. Are there any questions for Mr. Garrison before I open the public hearing?
I know you've made some adjustments to your driveway from the original proposal with the easement. Just curious, did this easement serve multiple parcels or residences?
Well,
And what was the reason for the move?
it's our house and the house where my wife grew up, which currently no one lives there. So technically, you can say that the driveway does go to two houses, but I was told that it can't go to more than two houses, even if one of them is, no one's living in it, so that's why I agreed to put in a new driveway if I have to.
Okay.
Any other questions? Not, thanks, sir. With that, I will open up the public hearing. Is there anyone here that wants to speak in favor of this rezone request? Anyone present wants to speak in favor of this rezone request?
In favor?
All right. Is there anyone here wants to speak in opposition? Anyone here wants to speak in opposition? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing, bring it back to the board for any discussion and a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve this rezone request.
All right, we have a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a second? Any further comments, questions? If not,
Yeah,
Stephanie?
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 All right, Mr. Garrison, it is approved. As I stated at the beginning, we're a recommending board, so we will recommend on the first to the Board of Commissioners that this will be approved, so that will be the final step. All right?
That means a lot to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
Okay, go to our second one, Scott Chandler.
Okay, Scott Chandler is requesting to rezone a portion of his 57.481 acres from A1 to A2 to allow the property to be split back into two separate parcels for tax purposes, and the remaining acreage will stay in the A1 zone. The property is located at 0 Sorrow Patterson Road in Colbert on map 45, parcel 139 in District 5.
All right, Mr. Chandler? How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. All right.
All right, so I'm going to do part of this for my daughter to build a house on it. And this is part of my late father's farm.
All right, any questions for Mr. Chandler?
Go ahead. The address on this is Sorrow Patterson Road. I don't see that it fronts that, it fronts Jones Matthews. How will you access
It'll be,
the parcel that's going to be left?
it'll be accessed off of Jones Matthews Road.
Okay. So will there be an easement across that parcel?
There is a road down to a cemetery, that is marked out on there, I believe. And, there is a
Right there.
small road that we had graded out on the side of the property.
You own both parcels, Williams?
Yes.
So, okay. Can I ask you a question? Any other questions? All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right.
With that, we will open the public hearing. Is there anyone who wants to speak in favor of this rezone request? Hearing none, is there anyone wants to speak in opposition? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing and bring it back to the board for any discussion, any motion.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I was just going to ask Ms. Patrick, I noticed there was some confusion about ownership on Key Public, but we had a good survey from Mr. J.R. Smith last year. So did all that get straightened out on our tax and zoning map?
It did, yes,
Perfect.
sir.
That's good.
This sign on Patterson or
Well, that's him.
I'm sorry, where did you locate your sign at? Was it on Matthews?
Do what, ma'am?
Your sign for us, the zoning sign.
The zoning sign?
Yeah, where did you have that located?
It is located on Jones Matthews Road.
Oh, Jones Matthews,
Okay,
okay. Thank you.
all right, anything else? Did I get a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve this stage.
Okay, on the motion, Mr. Gann,
Excellent.
second by Cynthia. Any questions, any discussion? If not, Bruce, I believe it's on you.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Chandler, it has been approved. We will recommend to the Board of Commissioners that, they approve the application.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Gloria Neely, applicant for her sister Angela Neely.
Okay. They are requesting to rezone a portion of her 18.37 acres from A2 to AR to allow a portion of the land to be split to gift her sister, and the remaining acreage will stay in the A2 zone. Property is located at 8443 Nowhere Road in Hull on map 15, parcel 92 in District 1.
All right, Ms. Neely, are you here? Please come forward and state your name and tell us what you want us to know.
Good afternoon, my name
Hi.
is Gloria Neely, and my sister gave me a portion of property, for me to put me a home.
Okay, anything else? Any questions for Ms. Neely? If not, thank you, ma'am. With that, we will open the public hearing. Is there anyone here that wants to speak in favor of this rezone request? Please come forward, state your name and.
My name is James Stevens, and I have the adjacent property to Angela. And, the road that goes through that property, most of it's on that part that she's gave her sister, Gloria. So I was wondering, would that have an effect on the getting to the property, easement to the property?
Okay, so you're not actually speaking in favor, you want a question answered?
Yeah.
State your question again, because I didn't really understand it.
All right, I've got the adjacent property with Angela, and the easement goes to my house, as well to a house that she has on the back side of the property. And the property that she gave her sister, is the part of the road is on that property. And I was wondering if that have an effect on the easement to get to my house.
Hey, I got the property.
Can you show?
I was gonna say, my road, we come from Big Road, my driveway, we come from Big Road.
Yeah, she.
It looked like this one, you correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like the part being cut out is over on the other side of the property from where that easement is. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't have any effect on that, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, that answer your question? I guess it'll be on
I
the.
want to find out would that have an effect in later years, getting to the property.
Well, I guess that question, answer to that question is no.
I think that's right.
Okay, that's all I want.
All right,
Thank you.
all right, is there anyone who wants to speak in favor of this rezone request? Hearing none? You're in favor, I'm sure.
Anyone other than the owner.
Anyone want to speak in opposition? Anyone want to speak in opposition? If not, we will close the public hearing and bring it back for discussion on the board and a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion by Ken to approve,
Second.
second by Stephanie. Any questions or comments? All right,
Yes.
Stephanie? I mean,
Yeah.
yes, yes, Stephanie.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Neely, it is approved. We will, by this board, we will make a recommendation on the first to the Board of Commissioners. They have the final say. So, but you don't have to be at that meeting, but I suggest that you do.
Okay.
All right. James and Jenny Fleming. I don't see him. Have you heard from him?
I have not.
Have not heard from him. With that, they're required to show up at the public hearing, this first public hearing, so therefore, from our standpoint, is that they will go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tiffany and Tyler Stone.
Okay, get this pulled up real quickly. They are requesting to rezone their 17.95 acres from A1 to AR and A2. They're rezoning a portion of the property from A1 to AR to split to sell and to rezone the remaining acreage from A1 to A2 to retain and bring the property into compliance with zoning regulations. Property is located at 0 Jones Chapel Shallow Road in Danielsville on map 49, parcel 58A in District 4.
All right, Mr. Stone. Good afternoon. Just tell us what you want us to know.
So basically, the larger portion that we're, turning into, I guess, A1 would be the, I'm sorry, yeah, AR. Okay, AR. The larger portion that we are keeping, we would like to build a home on, and the rest of it, we would like to sell on.
Okay, anything else? Have any questions for them? Is that property, have anything to do with the racetrack?
No,
No, that's not part of it.
no, that was, all like gentleman's agreement handshake, and both the owners are passed. And so there was never any contract for it. It was just a, hey, you can borrow from your land situation.
If you're gonna be living there, is the racetrack still active, or is it
No, sir.
all out of business?
No.
As far as we know.
Well, you know.
Yeah, as far as we know.
We got it, pre-surveyed, and a small portion of the track is on our property, but, I mean, I don't really know what they wanna do about it.
And we, the part that's cleared out that they were using for a parking lot is where they would put a house, and so they wouldn't have a parking lot.
Yeah.
Man, across the street would be so happy.
We don't have any, intentions of having it open back up.
Any further questions? Comment? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
With that, we'll open up the, public hearing. Is there anyone who wants to speak in favor of this rezone request? Hearing none, is there anyone who wants to speak in opposition? Hearing none, I'll bring it back to the board and entertain a motion. There's no discussion.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Cynthia. Second by Smith. Any further questions or comments?
Yes.
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 All right, so this has been approved. Again, we will recommend to the Board of Commissioners on the first. And, you don't have to be here, but I do recommend that you be present.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bill F. Allgood.
He is requesting to rezone his 38.14 acres from A1 to A2 to allow the property to be split into 2 tracts to sell. Property is located at 0 River Road in Carlton on map 109, parcel 3 in District 4.
All right, Mr. Allgood? All right, sir. Tell us what you need us to know.
Basically, the property was split by the 4-lane, so it's already split into the 2 different properties. And so we're planning on selling it, and so we wanted to go ahead and get it rezoned so we can sell it as 2 separate pieces.
All right, any questions for Mr. Allgood? Hearing none, thank you, sir. All right, we'll open the public hearing. Does anyone wants to speak in favor of this rezone request?
Connects with, it's an Osprey Mill, and it connects to it. And I was aiming to talk to you before we started about the driveway to access, the cut up through there, where they put the new bypass and stuff down through there. It connects to the back of mine. And I was wanting to know if, is there any way that I could put.
Ma'am, do you want to speak to us, or you all want to have that conversation?
I was just asking,
Yes,
because I don't really, sir, I really don't know, I don't know too much about this anyway. And I was.
Come forward and ask your question, or, you know.
Yes, sir. I was wanting to know if 176 Austin Mill Trail connects to this property that he is wanting to divide up. They put the new bypass in, and it comes to the back of my property. I was wanting to know if it's legal for me to put another driveway, because when they put the new road in, my driveway has been accessing my property and other people's property beside of us. When it rains, it washes it completely out. My husband's on hospice, and they can't get in or out.
Okay, does this have anything to do with his rezone, his property?
I think his property connects with my property, the back of my property. And when I was asking him, would it be okay to put another driveway so that I can get access to get out of from my property?
Okay, ma'am, the way I understand it, ma'am, that will be between you and him.
Okay.
Once this is done, whether it's done or not done, that will be between you and the other property owner.
Okay.
You know, so y'all can handle that. This rezone will have nothing to do with that.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know if it would have anything to do with my property.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
And
Thank you, sir.
just for the record, I know it's Beatty, but what's the last name?
Smith.
Smith, okay, thank you.
I mean, I was just asking because I've never done this. Thank you, sir.
That's all right. My grandmama always told you, don't know, ask. Thank you very much. All right,
What else?
board members, we'll close the public hearing, bring it back to the board. Is there any discussion, and then we'll, ask for a motion.
Ms. Tracy?
Yes.
On that, I see Smith, is that the same Smith, is that her land there on that you see right up there?
Let's see.
It's right at the intersect, right at the
On the top portion on the east side?
yes, sir. On the
West side, I'm sorry.
west side.
Well, this is all new to me too, so I'm just, would be assuming. Or her property name.
Okay, I'm sorry for the diversion.
Well, it's okay. You have a question about, you have a concern?
No, not other than just trying to, I know she had heard her mention, obviously no road, and that was just shut down, so that's all.
Mike, when they come in and put a road through, I know this has been a discussion on in the past. Do they not, it's all considered one tract?
That's been our position here, and I looked it up in the national treatise. It said, it seems to be the rule in most states that a road does not automatically divide it into separate parcels. So, we could change that, but right now, that's the way it is.
Okay.
So that's why Mr. Allgood's here.
Okay. I'll make a motion, I'm sorry.
He'd have to have it resurveyed to split it then, wouldn't he?
He's already had it resurveyed.
He has.
Yes, sir, that's
This
right
is the
there.
site plan.
I make a motion that we approve.
And I'll second.
Moved by Stephanie, second by Smith, that we approve. Any further questions or comments? If not, I'm a yes.
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 All right, Mr. Allgood, everything is approved. Again, we're a recommending body, and I will recommend to the Board of Commissioners on the 1st that your request be approved. You don't have to be here, but I suggest that you do. All right. Franklin Hall.
Applicant for his nephew Corey Hall is requesting to rezone his 15.43 acres from A1 to AR to allow a portion to be split and gifted to his uncle for inheritance purposes. Property is located at 0 Gunnell Road in Comer on map 68, parcel 67-01 in District 2.
All right, how you doing today?
How you doing, Mr. Scott?
Doing well, doing well. Tell us what you want us to do for you.
Well, I wanna take 4.5 of these acres, gift it to my son to build a home.
I think the site plan was 5.5.
5.5, yes, I'm sorry.
Any questions from Mr. Hall?
Carving out that 5.5 acres is basically a landlocked parcel that you can access it with a 30-foot easement
Yes.
through your parcel
Yes.
that's on the road. And what's left is 9.93 acres. But do you know how much road frontage that's?
I don't, not exactly right off.
Is it an issue if it's less than 150?
Could be.
I think it's right at 150, but I'm not sure.
Ms. Baxter, do you know? Or can you tell?
Oh, that frontage is not changing though, is it?
Correct.
Okay, so it's not, so, right, so we would not be changing it, so it's not an issue, I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, any other concerns or any other questions from Mr. Hall? Hearing none. Thank you, Mr. Hall.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, can I ask one quick
Sure.
question? Y'all may know this. So the land that Mr. Hall owns, the easement will be across, and then that'll be your son who has the 5.5 acres behind it. Is that- Okay, so that saves you all the improved driveway problems.
Right. Okay? All right, we'll open the public hearing. Is there anybody here that wants to speak in favor of this rezone request? Hearing none. Is there anyone here in opposition to this rezone request? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing and bring it back for any discussion and a motion. I will second that motion. Any further discussion? Lee?
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay, Mr. Hall has been approved. Again, as I told the rest of them, we will be back here on April 1st, and I will recommend to the Board of Commissioners for this board that we approve. And you don't have to be here, but I suggest that you do.
Thank you.
have made Matt and Sandy Sartain.
Sorry, I ain't got paid yet.
Sorry.
I'll be Sartain Friday when I get paid.
Okay, they are requesting to rezone their 19.5 acres from A1 to AR and A2. They're rezoning a portion of the property from A1 to AR to split for financing purposes and to rezone the remaining acreage from A1 to A2 to bring the property into compliance with zoning regulations. Property is located at 1776 Highway 72 West in Comer on map 84, parcel 80 in District 5.
All right, Mr. Sartain.
All right.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Like as she said, most of it's, the majority of it's changed because the zoning changed, of course. Gotta have 25 acres, so from A1 to A2 to be compliant. And then, you know, we paid cash for all the property, so therefore we're building a house right now. And of course, I don't want to put the whole 19.5 acres in a mortgage. So therefore, we're cutting out the minimum required by the county, which is 4 acres.
All right.
And let it go with the mortgage of the house. Thank you.
Good idea to me.
Yes.
Yes, sir. He has a question for you.
Yes, sir. Just, I see that you're bounded by the Broad River on it.
Yes, two property lines in Broad.
And that's, the setback from that is 100 feet from the edge of the bank, correct?
I don't know that.
Yeah, I just want to know, I mean.
I'm probably 1,000 feet from the river in all
Yes.
directions from where I'm sitting.
And I noticed also that you have an outbuilding that's not exactly shown on the diagrams that we have.
Yes, sir.
And is that's still in your 4 acre, is that?
No, it's in the remaining acres.
It's in the A2, the prospective A2.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it sits just on the other side of the property line where the new 4 acres is.
And that access to your 4 acre, or is there a separate easement for that?
It's all, well, it's kind of hard to see. Can I point this?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, the driveway comes in here, and then we have a driveway that comes around like this and accesses that, and this one comes up to the house.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a circle driveway here that ties back in. And then, you know, like I said, that one goes to the shop and down to the river. But
So the one driveway accesses both pieces of property?
yes, sir. When I had it resurveyed, I do believe Mr. Tommy put the pin in the center of the driveway. That way it would act as an easement to both pieces of property.
Okay. Any other questions? Thanks, sir.
All right.
With that, well, I don't think there's anybody here to speak in favor or opposition, so we'll close the public hearing and bring it back to the board for a discussion or a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve,
I'll second.
no second. Any comments, questions? If not, Smith?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, this has been approved by this board. Again, we're a recommending body, so we will recommend to the Board of Commissioners on April 1st that they approve this rezone request. You don't have to be here, but I suggest that you do. All right, that's all of our new business as far as rezones. On our old business, consider amending section 14.3.8.2 of the Madison County zoning orders regarding applicants' favor to appear for the scheduled planning and zoning commission public hearing. And I think all of you have gotten emails back and forth changes from one to the other, so, yes.
We asked for a minute, I need to.
Okay.
And it had actually turned in, since this agenda was drafted, it has turned into section 14.3 because there were numerous sections involved, and I know you know through all the drafts that we've had 3 drafts.
I guess that this is one of the first things that the consultants have been actually involved in. Is that right? This is one of the first things that our consultants have been
Yes, sir.
involved in or asked their opinion of.
That's correct. And they did make several revisions to what was presented as the first draft.
If I may, while we're waiting, just, I don't know if they did this or not, but changing date certain to certain date.
Absolutely. Make it.
Date certain, that's actually correct.
That's correct.
That's the Robert's Rules of Order, parliamentary procedure, so we don't have to do that part.
Okay. Well, I have typed it up to show otherwise, so I will go back and fix it.
They didn't tell me we don't have any water pumps.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking you was getting bottled water.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did cut all the water fountains off, didn't they? It's COVID, man, no one back up. Yeah.
Rain anyway.
All right, I guess it's open for discussion. I think all of you have your draft. I think the final one's in front of you. Is that right?
Oh, this one, 14.3.
Tracy, you said that was now 14 for what?
Well, it's the whole section of 14.3, and there's just numerous, points of, that we're starting with 14.3.7. It should be in your emails that I sent you. So the first one is, just, talking about the Planning and Zoning Commission actions. And they were revising, they were taking the 30 days out and was changing it to 45 is basically what that means.
Okay. And then 14.3.8.1, the denial,
Okay.
1 year was added or?
Let's see.
What's highlighted?
Let's see, we'll get our little cheat sheet in there.
That text is stuff that's been changed.
So the 30 was changed to 45 and the latest first paragraph.
Yes, sir.
Would you be able to re-email that most recent
Sure,
one? Apparently I didn't
absolutely.
get it.
Yes, I will
I
be
didn't know it if I did.
Yeah.
We don't have it.
Printed it, I had the email, I just didn't print it.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what I did.
Okay.
She sent it on Thursday when it came out. And it was a forward from Christina.
Okay.
At 10:46 a.m., Thursday the 14th.
And on 14.3.8, we have agreed to strike out approve a less intensive use because the, Chairman Higdon, and Mr. Pruitt, all said that, the boards cannot change it from what it was advertised to.
Mm-hmm.
So that was made.
I found it. Thank you, Mr. Smith, you're right,
Do you need me to run and get a copy?
No, I've got.
You got it pulled up now? Okay.
Okay, that was stricken from text. Is there anything else that's been changed?
That is all.
All right.
I may have something in my office. I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I run to my office?
Go right ahead if you.
I do apologize.
The refund 50% of the application fee.
Right where it was. It may not be.
There was no refund.
Right.
The withdrawal must be in writing and signed. I guess my question would be if it's has to be in writing and signed, what if they just come up like they did the other night, commission meeting, so I don't know what's wrong. You can very well write and sign it.
We'll hand them a pad and piece of paper. I've had judges do that to me here. It's, your motion's granted, write it out. I sit there and do it. Yeah, back in the old days anyway.
We'll just wait till she gets back before the.
Yeah, that's what she was.
Oh, original draft and then the CPO.
Oh, thank you. That's perfect.
Yeah, I read it, but I can't
It just breaks down what was originally and what was changed.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
I did it really fast, so make sure you have 3 pages to.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, so the 14.3.7, it was just a 45-day period. And then 14.3.8, it was just, and I don't know why, it's showing the VOC action as a 30-day period. But the P&Z action is a 45-day period, so, but that's what the draft had on there, although I did question that. And then section 14.3.8.2 for the withdrawal, it's just stating only 50% of the fee is reimbursed. Used to, you could get the whole amount, but now it's only half. Section 14.3.8, it's just, we changed that section. It was postponement, and we changed it to failure to appear. And it's basically saying if it's a no-show at the P&Z board, there's no refund at all. And then section 14.3.8.4, the postponement section was added. This is a new section number, and it's just saying a majority vote needs to be made to postpone something. And then another new section was added, 14.3.8.5, and it's postponement by the applicant. So it's just saying, if the postponement date is on record and set in the meeting as to when it will be taken up again, there's no need to re-advertise. But if not on record, it would have to go through advertising. And then another section was added, 14.3.8.6, and that was basically reiterating 14.3.8.5, and it's just saying postponement date on record. And it's just, again, saying no need to re-advertise. But if it's not on record, and they did add, we have to notify adjoining property owners again, and it would have to be re-advertised. And it did say 1 week prior to the trial, at least 1 week prior to the hearing, rather.
And you can't, you won't charge me.
Right.
All right.
They didn't change that 1 week. Interesting. Oh, well,
Yeah,
if that's not CPS,
I know.
you do it or don't.
Exactly.
Halfway.
Right.
Well,
Main thing, just always announce when it's gonna be postponed to, right?
yeah, either announce it or re-advertise it with at least 15 days.
Exactly, and not 1 week.
But I'm not a $100,000 consultant, so.
Okay, any further discussion on this proposed amendment?
I know this came to us primarily to deal with the issue of failure of the applicant to show. The rest of this stuff has kind of been added and all along the way. But I guess my question is, if you'll look at 14.3.8.3, where it says failure of the applicant, it says failure to appear before the Planning and Zoning Commission at the time and place will constitute a withdrawal, and that the fee shall not be refunded. But if you go back over to withdrawal, it deals with the withdrawal before the commissioners, and the refund is 50%. To me, that's very unclear.
I noticed that too. The mixing board of commissioners
That's
and
right.
planning and zoning commission.
We are mixing and matching stuff that.
And maybe some of this was already there, I don't know, I'm looking real fast, but 14.3.7 is supposed to be everything here, and 14.3.8 is supposed to be everything at the DOC.
Yeah.
Yeah, now there was a little mixture in the existing 14.3.8.2. There's a second paragraph that talks about withdrawing prior to a vote by the planning commission. Again, nobody asked my dumb butt, but I would have tried to straighten that out and put all P and Z under 7 and all DOC under 8.
I guess what I was going to suggest is, since we were trying to deal with failure of the applicant to show, it looks to me like 14.3.8.3 needs to go under P and Z, like Mike was just talking about. And then the rest of it, I guess, since hasn't come up as an issue, let's see if he'll straighten it out when it gets to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. But to me, it's confusing still.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
I agree.
And I don't know how to word it to make it clearer. So failure of the applicant to show, is it 50% or 100%?
Depends on the level.
Failure
You're right.
is the money back, but then withdrawal, you get 50%.
If you withdraw, you get 50%.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't appear at all,
But if you don't appear, it's considered a withdrawal.
yeah.
So you get
So it's kind of,
Who's on
yeah,
first?
kind of.
I guess you could interpret it to say if you don't come at all, you get nothing. But if you come and withdraw, you get 50%. And both of them are withdrawal. So it'd be better to show up and withdraw than not to appear at all.
But do you get 50% if from us? You don't get 50% from us, only from the board, right?
What?
No, I think that that would be if you, like one time we actually kind of almost talked somebody out of, having their zoning here now and say, withdraw it. And if they can withdraw it before we take a vote, then it's 50%, I understand, as opposed to no show is 100%.
That's the way I do.
Yeah.
And then, once y'all vote, if they withdraw after that, it's no refund.
So before we are voting.
Prior to the
So I guess if just like Mike said, if we want to make it official, have them sign a piece of paper.
That's right.
Yes, it does have to be in writing.
Withdraw in here, if they in here want to withdraw, because like you said, we couldn't wait to ask them to come in tomorrow and sign the paper.
Right. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy. We could actually do a very short little form.
Yeah, I have one.
You already have
I
one?
do.
We could just have some of those here,
Right.
here at the public hearing. And
Mhm.
if somebody decides they want to withdraw, we can hand it to them.
Exactly.
And then, slowly, then they'll get their 50%.
Yes, sir.
If they wait and come before the Board of Commissioners, they get zero.
They get zero.
Does that make it clear, Julie?
I think we understand the intent, but the wording is, the way it's written here is not very clear. Would y'all like, I hate to do this, would y'all like Tracy and me to work on this again?
Yes.
We wanna get it right, if we are changing anything,
I mean,
we need to get it right
I
before we.
think I understand the intent, and I think I can fix it.
Okay. Okay.
If you all fix it, can it go on to the BOC? It doesn't have to come back.
Oh, no, it still has to come back here. This was just scheduled for discussion.
Oh,
You have to have it here.
This is actually the vote tonight, and DOC voting on April first.
Public hearing.
It's,
Tonight.
yeah.
Tonight didn't have one.
We ain't had one yet.
Open it.
We can have one. We have.
Did you advertise one?
Well, one person here. I don't know.
Yes, we did. We did advertise that. I apologize. Yes, we did.
Well, to save a whole lot of trouble, can we actually vote to postpone it until
I think we still have to.
they rewrite it?
Public hearing.
If you advertise a public hearing,
Have to have, yes.
you need to have one. Did you advertise one?
Yes, sir, for tonight. And
What
then,
did it say? What was the subject of the hearing?
okay, it says the purpose of the hearing is to receive public comment on proposed changes to section 14.3.8 in the Madison County zoning ordinance.
Oh, okay. All right. Well.
With that, let's do the public hearing.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of this rezone request as written? Hearing none. Is there anyone here wants to speak in opposition? As written. Hearing none. Bring it back to the board for further discussion and a motion to do whatever. Mr. Gandy.
Well, I was just apprehensively looking over here to see what we're gonna do. Okay.
So can we postpone for further clarification?
We're not completely satisfied with the way it's written, but can we postpone it? And I don't know if it has to be re-advertised or not for public comment, but can we postpone it until next month? I don't think this is an emergency type thing. It's been like this forever, so.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's one of the things being fixed here is that right now it doesn't have anything about y'all being able to postpone it. It just has DOC postpone it. It's not from them.
We can make a recommendation to them that they postpone.
Well, or do y'all want to see, I guess y'all want to see the fix before it goes to DOC, don't you? Or do you?
I don't. If we approve it conditionally, that there's a clarification on that specific part.
Because it does say you can, recommend, they recommend a modification of the amendment. So I think it would be, if you want to do it, it would be okay for y'all to vote to recommend approval with modifications per the discussion we've had here tonight. We could still keep it on the DOC agenda for April 1st, I guess. That's what it would be, right?
Right.
And Tracy and I can distribute, our revisions to y'all, of course, so you can come in if you want to. Mr. Scott will be there on April 1st to explain it.
You'll be there.
And I'll be there.
Yeah, because the sense and the intent and the substance really hasn't changed as much as it is the terminology is
The way it's written.
not sufficient.
It's really just, it's jumbled up, and it's got BOC and T and Z mixed together. It just needs to be separated out into sections.
All right, any further discussion? With that, can I get a motion? How do you word it?
Yeah,
I would word it as recommend approval with, revisions, as discussed.
I'll make a motion to approve what Mike just said.
I mean, I know that's a little loosey-goosey, but from a state law perspective, you don't even have to have this one, frankly. So, I mean, I'm okay with that if y'all want. I think it's legal, but what y'all want to do is.
Does he have to put section 14.3? That's what we discussed.
Yes, it would be, oh, you know what? This is not gonna work because we only advertise 14.3.8, and we need to make some changes to 14.3.7 too.
Because they added that one in.
Right.
So,
Well, my suggestion would be to recommend the Board of Commissioners to delay,
Postpone.
to postpone.
You're right, Mr. Scott, I should have gone with that first thing.
Postpone, let's just straighten out.
I'll rescind my motion.
Can I make a motion that, well, I guess I can make it, if I don't like to do that. Somebody make a motion to recommend to the Board of Commissioners postpone this until, for clarification.
I'll rescind my original motion and make a motion to rescind, to postpone till we get it straightened out.
So until further clarification.
Further clarification.
Yeah, and what we're gonna end up doing is just re-advertising. We're gonna be dealing with a different section, but that's okay. Like
So
you
then
said,
it
it's not
will,
an emergency.
it will come back in front of us,
It
and
will come
we'll
back.
be able
Right,
to.
that's right. Good.
Got a motion, do I get a second? Any further discussion? If not, I'm leaving over there.
Yes.
Yes?
yes,
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, we will recommend the Board of Commissioners to postpone this until further date. Anything else to come before us tonight? If not, just a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
Second.
In a second. No, it's okay.
I don't think we have any names. All right. Everybody have a good evening. Around what's that?
oh, thank you. I see you brought water too.